Nobody not hotter than me. Leave me son not hotter than me. Saying, I one brown man, one silk. Dancehall destined king. Me are the new king for dancehall.
Saying is, listen, give me a chance to explain. Listen to me.
Yeah,
give me a chance to explain. What I'm saying is, if you want to talk about the influence and the impact that a global artist has done, you have to go through all the countries, not just one specific country. When you talk about Kartel, you only talk about Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Uganda. And when you talk about Sean Paul, you talk about South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, you talk about Mozambique, you talk about Kenya, you talk about all 54 countries. That is an impact that a few of the dancehall artists has able to make in Africa. And Sean Paul is the only one that has been able to do that. That's why I'm saying that this comparison with him and Kartel, it's disrespectful to Sean Paul, because he is not even on Sean Paul's level when it comes to impact globally.
But right now, I realize, say, Masicka, free the Alkaline, free the Masicka. Something right about them.
If them want me go, tell them forward with me. If I that them want, tell them forward for me. Wait till up late.
Yeah, you me touch a God. I lead. None can catch a speed.
Yo fam, I'm wondering if you guys saw the clippings where Silk Boss is pointing out that he's the new king of dancehall and he's destined for that spot for the future. Listen to me, we're not gonna stop there. There's an elder pointing out that Alkaline and both Masicka, they're afraid of each other. These men are afraid to step up and call each other name and do the badness. That's not the only thing. Now we have another clippings where this youth sent to me, bro, can big up yourself. And there's a lady from South Africa, broski, and she's pointing out that Vybz Kartel is a little peanut to Sean Paul in South Africa, meaning Vybz Kartel is nowhere close to Sean Paul's status internationally, you know, right across the globe. And she had the Gaza vloggers, them / fans on the platform, and she beat them as if they were like some little babies. Let's start the video with Silk Boss. Kick it off, fam.
Nobody not hotter than me. Leave me son not hotter than me. Saying, nobody not hotter than me. Leave me son not hotter than me.
In dancehall, Silk Boss is pointing out that there's no one out there who is hotter than him. And we know when we say hot in dancehall in Jamaica, what we mean as people. You dig? Silk Boss say him have the artist song them, him get the buzz, him get the bookings, the lookings. Everybody has say, yo Silk, every promoter, I link him for a bookings, every producer say, yo fam, how much is it to voice a new song, broski? And the man is like a 5 million US in a dog.
Saying, I one brown man, one silk. Dancehall destined king. Me are the new king for dancehall. Them not have the style I have, them not have the vocals I have, them not have the sauce I have. But if
that's a true thing when it comes to vocals. It's not normal. Like, there's not a lot of people who can match up to this man's vocals right now. And I hope that Silk Boss know this, and he's not just saying it because people are saying, so, yo, the youth vocals sick, fam. Broski, I hope you know that and you know to cherish it and treat it well, because you have to take care of that. You know that throat, that vice, broski, or else you will lose it. You dig?
Go on the internet right now and look up who is hot in Jamaica right now. It's Asian, it's Valiant, it's Chronic Law. Those names are going to come up before Silk Boss's name
I
comes
care
up.
zero who and come up before, because at the end of the day, them not artists too. Them a put out good music too. You understand? And them have for them set of fans. So probably them should out a song at the moment, but hotter than my song when I put.
So Silk Boss say, yeah, even though they might have a hotter song and like how Chronic Law gone to jail and he name a buzz in the media and a bag of things, and the youth over so we then call Asian and say, you know, a 1.5 whatever million or whatever for book him in a dance hall and all these things. The man say them not hotter than me. Anybody have them out to say what they want to say and talk. You dig? Because if you really check the whole internet, Silk Boss name is still in the algorithm. People are talking about me, fam. So what are you saying? No man not hotter than me in a dance hall.
Short right now, but don't classify them hotter than me, because for them name a buzz in the internet and Silk name a buzz. So
you have to give Silk Boss props for this statement. A lot of people are going to be mad at him, but I'm not. Silk Boss is learning and he's paying attention. He's growing in dancehall. You cannot go on a platform and put down yourself. You have to put yourself to the highest level possible. Even though you know that there are some giants and there are some people, there are some artists that's better than you and bigger than you, fam. You still have to push up your chest, broski. You still have to say, yo, I'm the best. number one, the world's greatest. You know what I mean? You have to say it.
Basically, all of them on the same set of hotness. Them a tour and me a tour, so what them a say? No, but
Exactly. Them a tour, me a tour, so what them a say? Big up Silk Boss, whole heap of confident. This guy's learning, he's paying attention. That's how the Vendetta Boss did it once upon a time, but he never claimed any king status. And that's what I would say wrong about the statement, the king thing that Silk Boss mentioned. Leave the king thing for who are run it down from. Focus on great music, great catalog. Build your brand, build your status in the game. Create some nice collab with some artists that you know are great who are also working for the top spot and they want to go places with the music. Leave the king thing alone. That's a distraction in dancehall, and every one of these youths who I see tap into that energy, they're having it hard to survive out here in dancehall. Yeah, hear me, fam? We don't have too much time to waste because the clippings where the girl that beat Kartel vloggers them and fans them on Kartel, dog, that one is long. So we want to chop through these ones real quick. Elder Skip, I know Elder Skip, this is Elder Whip.
The vibes of me, I say, I mean, yeah, what time now? What time is it, Jamaican people? It is 505 million AM Jamaica time. Anyway.
You think you're in your army, fam? Just say 5 o'clock and done.
Me a pray, me a say. Alkaline is a bad DJ, you know.
Well, bad. Well, mad. The best thing right now in the game. The more potent, the most potent artist that dancehall has ever seen for the past so much decades, it's Alkaline. I've been pointing it out. If we do the maths and really tap into some of these elders, people who came up before him, and look at their career when they were Alkaline's age that Alkaline is right now, Alkaline is winning more than them and have more authority and dancehall more than them. It's just the truth, fam. Pray this.
And Masicka is a bad DJ too.
Yeah, man, Masicka a tough DJ, fam. Of course, Masicka a bad DJ. Masicka can do him thing, but Masicka coward. Masicka is afraid. You understand? He's not brave. And because of him not being brave and not even know how to deal with the dancehall space, it seems as if he's struggling right now. You dig? Because if you ask me, it's more like Alkaline Vybz Kartel in the media and they're trying to force Masicka into it. You understand? It's not really like they're paying Masicka in the mind like that. No, fam, them only a kick Masicka to the curve. And I say, look, boy, that him bad man, go sit down. You dig? But when it comes to the music, them have to talk to Vendetta, man. No, I'm telling you, dog.
And it's the two generation of youth, them think say, they have a lyrical battle.
I've been pointing that out, man, for the past so much years in dancehall that this is the new dancehall. This is the way forward. Alkaline is always ready. Always calling out Masicka. Masicka and him friend them just say the word. Call my name. Call the man name now. See what go on now. Dog, it's so annoying to hear that statement. I hate that statement in a dancehall so much. At one point, they almost convinced me, broski, to how loud it was. Yeah, fam, and I tap in a one time, fam, and then I tap out again, and I'm like, no, fam, the original dancehall, broski, we don't call each other's name. Even when the war started with Alkaline and squash them, if you can remember good, fam, recall, redial in the brain, Alkaline and the mans them didn't call no name, fam, certain way until like in the clash, man and man start getting name and all them thing there. Masicka is just afraid. He's just a coward. That's it.
But right now, me I realize, say, Masicka afraid of Alkaline afraid of Masicka.
No,
something right about them.
No, Elder Whip, you have it wrong, fam. Broski, that's not the way. You have it the wrong way. It's like you're on the right track, you're on the right road, and you made a wrong turn just now, fam. You dig? Listen to me, broski. Alkaline is not afraid of any dancehall artist. Me I talk about people like Motherland where want war, jet in the game. Me I talk about people like the war angel like Kartel, Vybz. Them say a dancehall best lyricist. Like them I tell you, Alkaline a dancehall best lyricist, man. Is it me? But yeah, that them say, so we hold on on that for now. Bounty Killer, the 5-star, the warlord. Call them no. No matter who, Sizzler. From Bobo Hill Judgment Yard, one papi in. You hear that? Push in here, don't slap in. Bloop. Listen to me. Alkaline is not afraid of none of these artists. Him already did his homework. He already know their weakness. And where to punch them and where to kick them. Where to box them. Yeah, fam. I won't forget the uppercut or what, broski. But Alkaline already studied that. It's kind of a bit to explain right now, but I will do it in another video. But Elder say Alkaline afraid of Masicka, Masicka afraid of Alkaline. Elder, Masicka afraid of Alkaline. Alkaline is not afraid of Masicka. I can't bet money on that. I'm not talking, Ja. It's not no talking, broski. Like, if you guys think I'm talking, then tell Masicka to step up to the pace and see how Alkaline disgrace him in a dancehall. Alkaline is a master now who really completes certain studying in the game. You know, the lyrical skills, the pensive skills. It's more upgraded right now. You guys don't want Alkaline to tap into that brain and really press play on the lyrics them and the potency and the delivery and the cadence and the melody and all these things. You guys don't want that. Fam, if the man ever get a challenge in dancehall, it's over. The reason why the database is cruising at times and taking its time to bring songs/videos, name it, all of the up above, broski, is because there's no competition in the game. You come like, Alkaline have to gonna prove it to you guys so you guys to get what I'm saying. Without the competition, Alkaline will be a boring artist. He's just gonna take care of his fans by bringing some song every now and then and all these things. But if there's no competition, Alkaline is gonna chill black and go sabum and get one of them big cigar. They must them ease up off of the weed from where it wasn't calming the man, you dig? So the man is all about the cigar now. You see me? Yeah, fam.
Because Masicka quickly fear through this track after Vybz Kartel.
Masicka is just playing. He's not serious. He's like popcorn right now. Because right now, if Kartel run out on him certain way, Masicka could all fall up and cool up. Masicka did that for the talking point. If he was serious about demolishing, crushing, destroying the Gaza, then Masicka wouldn't just drop one song and we don't hear him again, fam. Masicka would be punching the Gaza non-stop. Because now you gain the opportunity to build your brand after these people who love to run and call up artist name all day, all night, and they're live across social media, name it, in their videos. That's how the Gaza people go to work, and they have no powers or strength to stop anyone. But Masicka is not serious. He just dropped one song and system and then left the system. You should crush the system. Done the system. You got some man fire a couple shot at the system and the system is still standing. No, we demolish the system. Turn the system good for nothing. That's what Vendetta did with the system. Look, I'm run up on Kartel, son, Popcorn, and the others and the others and the others. Demolish the system.
And Tommy Lee, but never quickly for throw this track after Alkaline. It is so funny, brother.
Yeah, because he's afraid of Alkaline. That's the reason why he's not showing any vivid, straightforward diss or subliminals at Alkaline for all of us to be like, yo, young lad, my general, fam. Broski, you don't see the man run out and fire beer shot, dog? Yo, fam, the man shell the place. Yo, you're gonna have to deal with him wicked, fam. The man is not playing. The man run up in the crib and the man shoot out a couple of the window them, fam, and shell the place, broski. You're gonna have to defend it, dog. But we can't even say that. We can't even say that because Masicka is not raising the bar. He's playing around in dancehall. Continue, Elder Whip.
Dancehall music come like Chinese language, you can't understand it.
You know me, I agree. You know me, I agree, fam. Yo, Elder Whip said dancehall is like Chinese music. You can't understand it, or Chinese language. I agree, fam. It's a weird sport, dog.
But anyway, Masicka, Alkaline, go at it and bring back the vibes to the dancehall. I'm out.
Yeah, man. That would have really helped dancehall right now. Because if you ask me, the entire dancehall space is kicked back, waiting, watching the clock, the dates and the calendar, and the months, and they're like, when Alkaline now drop the album, fam? When? Even people who are not his fans and art and vloggers and them, they're waiting too. You dig? So if something really jump off and makes sense in a dancehall, that would uplift dancehall for the next 6, 5 years, 10 years to come. And it's just the truth. Now let's tap into the clippings where this South African lady is beating Gaza and beating Vybz Kartel like a baby. Pre this, fam.
Most influential.
Check pressure use that make no sense because is the signal go down there and him get a pandemonium welcome.
True, you have to say which country do you know? Which
No,
country
South
do you
Africa,
know?
South Africa, him go.
You know busy signal much so?
Still.
Busy signal. What about busy signal?
He came to your country?
No, busy signal. I don't know if he. I don't.
Brother, she don't know nothing what she has said.
She don't know.
You see, you don't want to give me. You are glazing on. Listen, you want to be the only person talking about Kartel and Sean Paul, and you have never traveled to Africa to see how big Sean Paul is. You can go to all 54 countries in the continent, and you will see that the most supported artist is going to be Sean Paul. The whole of Africa. If you go to each and every country, if Sean Paul were to do an event in each and every country in Africa, and you add the numbers that him and Kartel do, you will see that there's going to be a gap, a big gap between him and Kartel. Because Sean Paul is Sean Paul. Even kids know Sean Paul. Even white people in my country know who Sean Paul is, but they don't know who Kartel is.
All right,
and I'm telling you the facts.
Look, I just checked the street. Them know this song, them know. But they don't know Sean Paul. And that people are
how can you know someone else's song? How can you know someone? You see, that statement that you made there.
For South Africa.
Yeah.
This is Vybz Kartel, Wipe Foot, the rug that they put at the front door. The one of them call me a uncle.
Statement that you just made. That statement.
You guys are gonna see how the female deal with all of the mans them like there's some little, you know, butter in a sun. The man them melt out and weak out. She punched them so hard, dog.
Hold on.
That statement.
Oh my girls, listen up. We just checked the street. Sean Paul have 12 billion, Kartel have 9 million. So why is nobody don't know him? 9 million. Why is nobody don't know him?
And let me tell you a fact about South Africans. Let me tell you one fact that you don't know about South Africans. Yes. Sorry, you were saying someone was trying to tell me something.
I checked the 28 days, and the only difference between the two of them is 8,000. Sean Paul have 956, Kartel have 948.
So if the man have 9,000 supporters more than Kartel, like, what are you saying? They're on the same level. No, they're not. The man have 9,000 more supporters than Vybz Kartel in the last 28 days in South Africa. So you cannot go in at the female and say, hey, but they're on the same level, you idiot. You know, see two different numbers, you just call out punk.
Yeah, so in a really far. You get what I'm saying? Equal. 8,000.
They are not equal, and they will never be.
You said it's a big
no one in South Africa.
8,000 difference.
No.
What do you
Let me tell you.
Basically equal.
Kartel is known. I'm not disputing the fact that Kartel is big. He is big in Jamaica, where he's from. Yes, he's very big. But globally, there's no way that you can compare him with Sean Paul.
I agree with that. Kartel and Vybz Kartel and Sean Paul are two different artists globally, internationally. Vybz Kartel is trying to build his brand internationally. The show them slow down right now. By far, no bookings, no lookings. You must keep him on a little house party them with a couple people and they have a drink and then dance and jump and they go on a bag of things. It's not like Kartel have a whole heap of bookings. The prison hype, the jail hype done right now. They're not worried anymore. They're not eager. They're not anxious. They're not excited to see Vybz Kartel anymore. There's not a lot for them to gain from seeing Kartel. That's the reason why the demand dropped so big. Because when he did those shows that he did when he came out, a couple of shows, well, Vybz Kartel failed on majority of the performances. And promoters don't have money to waste. And now this promoter from Trinidad literally exposed Vybz Kartel and his doings and his ways. Do you think other people out there want to get caught up in this drama with a man after paying so much money and the man not even look nor even put a foot?
The only person that should be compared with Sean Paul is Shaggy and Shabba Ranks. Even Beanie Man, because Beanie Man is way bigger than Kartel.
One question. How much Jamaican artists go to your country?
Pardon?
How much Jamaican artists ever perform in your country?
That is what I was trying to explain to you. That South Africa is not, when it comes to dance hall, South Africa is not as, you know.
I'm asking you who smell artists. So who go down there? You ever go to a Jamaican concert down there yet?
I've been to Jamaican concerts in all over Africa, and I've seen.
I ask you, who you see down there?
Who in South Africa?
Yeah, who?
Sean Paul.
So
So only Sean Paul you go see, right? As a Jamaican.
And I'm telling you, even if Vybz Kartel were to
No,
come
no,
in
ask you a
next week,
question. No,
you will
you're
never.
not. No, somebody, listen, this is what I'm saying. How much Jamaican artists has you ever seen in South Africa? How much?
There's only been one.
So Sean Paul is the only one performing in South Africa.
You know why? Because he's the only person that can connect that much people. There is no Jamaican or dancehall artist that can do what Sean Paul has done. There will never be any, and not even Kartel. Kartel is famous right now. He's trending. Everybody loves him. But he will never do the numbers that Sean Paul has done, and Sean Paul will do.
And we know
if
that.
Sean Paul were to
Yeah, I don't understand why this is even a debate across social media. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. It's very evident. It's so clear for Ray Charles and his blind family to see that Sean Paul is a way, way bigger artist than Vybz Kartel by far, fam. I don't know why these people are even conversating and debating about it. When Sean Paul put dancehall and reggae on a crane, I travel the four corners of the earth, Vybz Kartel stuck in a Jamaica, even before he went to jail. Vybz Kartel music wasn't even internationally at that point in the early 2000s. Of course, there are people who used to listen to his songs internationally, but his songs are not internationally, meaning there are some people from Jamaica, for example, from Mobile, so some from Portmore, some from Spanish Town, some of them are from, you don't know, Tivoli, Rivoli, name it, even over Riverton Dump. And these people are living overseas, broski, and they tap in, they listen to Kartel, they play Kartel in their car. That's how far Vybz Kartel went internationally. Sean Paul ripped the billboard. The 200, the 100, the 1,000, the 500, the 50, and the 20, and the 10. Sean Paul crush out the world when it comes to bringing Jamaica and dancehall forward. Vybz Kartel haven't been to 5% of the country that Sean Paul took dancehall to. I don't know why these Gaza fans can't grow up and be some normal humans. No, they're sheep. They cannot be humans, fam. Molly Danny have it twisted, broski. These men are all sheep. That's the reason why they're acting like that. Even though they know the truth, they're afraid to admit the truth, because if they admit the truth, that means Vybz Kartel won't be great anymore. He won't be the king. He won't be the Gaza than stupidity. You boys are so fool, dog.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know Kaduma Festival? Kaduma?
yeah,
You know that festival?
yes.
So that's like a reggae thing, and Busy was there, a lot of Jamaican was there.
But
So
we are talking about dancehall. Are we talking about reggae or are we talking about
Busy
dancehall?
Signal is a dancehall artist.
What they're trying to do on the lady right now, they're trying to move the goalpost immediately from dancehall because Kartel is failing in South Africa. So now they want to move it into a different genre now, like the reggae. And I said, but, the girl I said, we're talking about dancehall. Why are you bringing up a reggae event? And we're not talking about that. We're talking about Kartel and Sean Paul. These Gaza mans, you guys sound like some waste, dog. No joke, no disrespect. It's just the truth. You guys sound like some weenie, fam.
Busy Signal is a dancehall artist.
You just mentioned a reggae thingy event. You didn't mention
Okay, so
any dancehall.
we're talking about which dancehall artist came there. Where did Sean Paul perform? Yeah, where? Because you say I go where?
In Johannesburg.
No, what's the name of the arena or the place or stadium or whatever?
Well, it's changed. The name has changed. It's no longer they used to. It's now F&B, but it's changed. It's not F&B anymore.
Is it
Now
F&B
it's called
stadium?
F&B.
Is it a stadium or an arena?
It's a stadium.
Okay, and what year was this? Yeah.
It was a while back. But even if he were to do it next week.
No. You say when? Tell us the man when? Like 15, 16 when?
Yeah, I think somewhere then. 15, 10 years back. I think that was before even Kartel went to prison. He was still big even before Kartel went to prison.
All right.
During the time when Kartel
How
was in
old are you
prison,
now?
even after.
How old are you now?
I'm 36. You are talking to a grown-ass woman. I know what I'm talking about. I know my music and I know my
No,
artists.
wait a second. I'm
I'm
look it
telling
up
you
right
something.
now. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. It's all right. Let's go and talk to them.
Talk to him, Matzo.
Sorry?
Yes, tell them what you're saying, no?
You have to turn them in a clown. Yo. Yo. The one on your uncle run guy and say, yo, me I go look it up, Yo, Kartel is losing big time, dog. Just admit it and go take a pill. Get an Advil or a Panadol, broski, and go chill out. You dig? If you smoke, get a spliff, have a drink, fam. It's what it is. Sean Paul is a way bigger artist. Why are we asking this question?
I'm not a Kartel hater. I love him. But the thing about Kartel and Big Sean is that Kartel is big only in selected countries like Kenya. Yes, he is very big in Kenya. I don't dispute that. But if you want to call someone global or international, you have to go through all the countries.
Real talk, I would agree that Vybz Kartel break through a couple of cities and countries out there, but not the entire country, maybe a one little part. You dig? People don't know this man. His music is not piercing the world because his catalog have too much slackness, too much low-class music in it for his catalog to be that powerful catalog out there internationally. If you know music and if you're honest, and talk and when you're speaking about the music, you give the man them their respect and just be, factual with what you're saying. You're definitely gonna pick Sean Paul's catalog over Vybz Kartel catalog if you know what it means to have proper songs and songs that are speaking volume. Songs that anyone out there in the world can listen to, tap into, and you can get a vibes from it. Sean Paul have that catalog. Vybz Kartel catalog is like one-dimensional at times when you think about how he bring across the nastiness, the badness, name it, the party song them. He stop right there. He's trying to do gospel right now, Grace Thrillers. You cannot make this up, fam. Yo, fam, you waste your time doing too much slackness in your music. That's the reason why they bench your music. Talk the truth, people who know dancehall. Haven't these people been trying to bench Vybz Kartel music, even in Jamaica, for a very long time? Say it's too slack, it's too nasty for the airways, it's not good for the kids them for the future. And we see what it did to the kids them for the future. Right now, that's the reason why we have so much artists in dancehall that are so nasty, and they're not afraid to say all of these nasty things on record. It's Vybz Kartel who changed that. Once upon a time, our morality forced us not to tap in certain way and say certain things. But this man bring a mop and a bucket with a broom also and a dustbin, clean and sweep out all of the morality and just flood the place with nastiness like he turned over the bucket, fam. It's what it is. It's just the truth. Sean Paul will always be leading this man because right now Vybz Kartel music stop at one place, if you ask me. Even Popcorn music bigger, Alkaline and music bigger. You see me? The youth some fly past him like a rocket, fam. Him can't stop it. It's just the truth. Yo, these people, they're afraid to speak the truth. The man put out like 2,000 songs since he touched the road over here, and him not even get one hit song out of the 2,000 songs. The songs them don't have what it takes. They're rusty. They need some WD-40. That's the name of it? Clarty.
The same streams as South Africa. I mean, people are listening to the same like Melissa Sean Paul. So I don't understand what you're saying.
You are saying that I'm talking about people who are mentioning Kenya, like Kenya is the continent of Africa. Kenya is not the continent of Africa, it's part of the continent. What I'm saying is, listen, give me a chance to explain. Listen to me. Give me a chance to explain. What I'm saying is, if you want to talk about the influence and the impact that a global artist has done, you have to go through all the countries, not just one specific country. When you talk about Kartel, you only talk about Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Uganda. And when you talk about Sean Paul, you talk about South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, you talk about Mozambique, you talk about Kenya, you talk about all 54 countries. That is an impact that a few of the dancehall artists has able to make in Africa. And Sean Paul is the only one that has been able to do that. That's why I'm saying that this comparison with him and Kartel, it's disrespectful to Sean Paul because he is not even on Sean Paul's level when it comes to impact globally. He's not, and he will never be. And I love him, and I see that he's trending. He's buying Rolls Royce.
Yo, she's like, he will never be on Sean Paul level. I know he's trending, he's buying Rolls Royce, because him say Alkaline forward out with Ferraris. And even the Rolls Royce for the Elite Cartel chip. The man run go order and just 2 Rolls Royce now. The big man, dog, the man full. Yo, look how much artists out here, a millionaire in the game, dog, and the man them not even. Yo, press play and I laugh out the video. The man just move like a one big clown in the game, and his fans are not telling him, say, brother, go sit dog. You don't need to buy nothing on a post and a show off. Buy them, of course, but just keep it a secret to yourself. And you know what I mean, celebrating in your circle, like, why you want the entire world to see what you buy. And them the car, they are just some normal car too when you talk about real top cars out there. That car is nothing to match up to certain names that I can mention right now. And that's some little youth, them cartel will never make the money where you make a day drive them. Remember me tell you that.
That has got nothing to do with the impact that Sean Paul has made globally. Sean Paul is known by all races.
Good evening. Good evening, Matzo. How are you?
Hi.
About 10 or 15 new callers tapped into the conversation, and none of them could not prove that she is reaching or she's lying. It's evident that Sean Paul is dominating the world. Cartel is nowhere close. Not even to Shaggy saying go reach Sean Paul.
My question, hi, how are you? How many Jamaican artists have performed in South Africa in the past 3 years?
I've answered this. I've said that South Africa is not
this
really
is yard map. When your yard map is talking,
and that, let me tell you, wait. You ask me a question, and when I'm trying to answer you, you cutting me off.
You say, I'm not cutting you, I'm saying to you, this is yard map. When me and you talking, you don't need to raise your voice when I need to. I'm not going to argue with you or badger you.
I'm not arguing, my loving. Sorry if you think I'm raising my voice. Maybe I'm
you raise your voice quite a bit. Just take your time now.
Okay, sorry. Let me not raise my voice. Let me relax. So you asked me how many artists have performed in South Africa in the last 3 years.
Jamaican artists have performed.
Jamaican artists.
In South Africa.
Not a lot, because South Africa is not that big on dancehall. And that, my brother, should tell you how big Sean Paul is. Because if a country is not, if a genre is not that big in that country, and you are able to pinpoint other artists, that should tell you how big that artist is. Because
yeah, man, reality, I agree with that. Because if dancehall is not big in South Africa, but yes, there's a selective dancehall artist that they always reach out to, support, want to see, want to play songs, want to listen to it, put him in concert and all these things, then you have to call that artist a champion in their culture. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it's a place where dancehall is not so big like Nigeria, for example, or Ghana, or Gambia. You dig? Yo, it's just the truth. Yeah, he must be a big artist or an artist who is putting out specific type of music where these people, you know, gravitate to it and they like it and they love it and they can feel it. Of course, it's just the truth.
South Africa is not that big when it comes to dancehall, but we will definitely tell you about Sean Paul. From the kids to each and every race, black, coloreds, Indians, whites, we will tell you about Sean Paul and we will list all his songs, but we will never do that with Kartel.
Okay. Just to name a few of the artists that have performed in South Africa, besides Sean Paul.
Yes.
We have Bojo Bantan, Busy Signal, and Pop.
Busy Signal, yes. Yes.
Okay, but what
She never hear the first one, you know.
Excuse me?
No, she didn't hear the first one, so let her hear the first one.
Oh, Bojo Bantan, Busy Signal, Capleton, Anthony B. Okay, but that's just a few. I'm not going at this long list, about 40 of them. What am I to do? The reason why I asked you that is because you have to have a pool of people where at least a collective group of things where you pick from. For say this statistics make sense here, but it wouldn't make sense there. Out of the pool of people, you pick Sean Paul from that pool and say he's the most influential in South Africa from a dancehall perspective. I understand you might have influence as far as you see, I can't deny that. I'm not going to argue that with you. What I'll say to you though is, you need to really check out the numbers for other dancehall artists that have performed in South Africa, because the numbers from Ticketmaster are there, and then you will kind of look at Sean Paul a little smaller than you actually are looking at him now.
Can I answer you? Are you done?
Yes, Queen.
Let me.
Yeah, it seems like it seems like these mans will go bring water from the moon for Vybz Kartel. Them man I try dig up everything. I even not tell a girl about 140 artists from Jamaica perform in South Africa. You know, she choose only Sean Paul. Obviously idiot, because she's saying that Sean Paul have the bigger demand in South Africa. Everywhere she turn, every club that she goes to, that's the artist that they play mostly. That's the artist that they support, not Vybz Kartel. You can't just accept it and go sleep.
Tell you, my brother, if you were to bring Sean Paul next week here to South Africa, all those the places that the dancehall artists have performed, I'm telling you right now, Sean Paul would be moved to a bigger space. That's how big he is. If we were to ask Sean Paul, or if we were to make an event or do an event,
What venue did he perform in South Africa?
it was a stadium. It's no longer like we changed the name. But if we were to do it next week,
What's
we would
headline?
take him to FNB. Check how much capacity the FNB stadium holds. We would take him to the FNB stadium, the stadium that Chris Brown performed in.
Sean Paul.
That is where we would place him for his event. That's how big he is. We would never put him on the same place as Busy Signal and Buju Banton, because he is way bigger than those artists. That on its own. So
Yo, say Kartel white foot here, the doormat, the one at the front. Listen to him.
wait.
I don't want to hear no more fooling. I don't want to hear.
Wait, I'm almost done.
Chris Brown there. No, I don't want to hear.
Sean Paul never pulled that coach by himself.
Oh my God. The lies and the excuses. Yeah, okay. I was not finished, but it's fine. So I was gonna say that they would put him on that stage, and that on its own would be able to tell you how big that man is, because of the capacity that he would be able to fill. Okay, yeah, you can talk.
When did Sean Paul full a stadium by himself in South Africa? When?
Last in 2020. Was it last year? Last year, December, on the 15th of December.
Alright, what is the name of that show?
It was a Chris Brown show. Just Google. If you want to Google it, just say Chris Brown.
So hold on. It's a Chris Brown show, it's not a Sean Paul show.
No, I'm telling you about the stadium. I'm telling you about the capacity of the stadium.
No, we want to check the show, so we want to know what's the name of the show. Sean Paul show.
It doesn't have a name, brother. Chris Brown was here last year and he performed at that stadium. It's one of the biggest stadiums that we have.
Listen, the man them are trying to tie up the girl now. The girl literally explained to them, this is how dunce the man them are. They're really sheeps. No disrespect, it's just the truth. Kartel calling a sheep. Listen to me. The girl is pointing out to you guys that Sean Paul pull a certain amount of people in the same stadium that Chris Brown performed. Yes, she's pointing out, go check the capacity of that stadium where Chris Brown performed. Sean Paul also performed in that stadium last year. And these men are acting as if their ears is clogged up or something.
Yes. No, I was talking about the capacity.
Alright, so let me ask you. What was Chris Brown's show name? What was the name of Chris Brown's show?
It was just the Chris Brown show. There was no name.
Here, these dummies. This is how you know that these men are sheep. It would be called Chris Brown in concert, my friend. Chris Brown live in concert. It have no other name. Once a Chris Brown, Rick Ross, name it. Rick Ross live in concert in South Africa. Chris Brown, name it. Buju Banton, Busy Signal, Sean Paul, live in concert. That's what it is. These mans have no sense. What's a Gaza in the media, fam? And you guys out here want to challenge people all the time, and the brain is so slow, so empty. You guys are feeling, reading, Googling, checking out things on the internet, not knowing the authentic truth and history about dancehall. Remember that people can write anything. Even if it was 20,000 capacity, they can change the 20 into 30. They can change it into 40. They can change it into 60. You dig? Yeah, fam, people can remove numbers and replace numbers. That's the reason why a youth like me over the years, people who know me Vlogging, I don't vlog about numbers and charts. No. We don't give a F about the charts. We focus on quality music and what the music is doing out there in the world. You dig? That's music.
We're not talking about Chris Brown. I was just talking about the capacity. I was just talking about the stadium. I was just making an example of the capacity that he holds. And that's why I used Chris Brown.
Hold on, so let me answer
the Sean Paul show. How can we find it? We want to know the name of the show.
The show that Sean Paul did down there, you say about 15 years ago, before Kartel went to prison. What was the name of the show? Yeah, he was just around, we don't need for research while she talking.
Broski, that not gonna help you people. The man them a look for show, look for how much crowd, how much people Sean Paul they'll pull. The whole point of the story, the moral of the story is Sean Paul is a bigger artist than Vybz Kartel in South Africa. And the argument is done, sealed and signed and closed and we're ready to ship it off.
You're gonna have to research because I don't know the name of the show. Like it's the same way that Chris Brown came here and did an event. It didn't have a name.
Let's do a couple more minutes, cause them man are not making sense. The female I beat them and I kick them and I, drag them. One bag of things, man. Kartel, you lose that one.
It was just a Chris Brown show.
So he performed at the Dome Northgate headline that he performed at Velodrome headline that Big Brother Africa House featured headliner the TV launch special. This was the first one I mentioned was a part of a solo international tour. The second one was a part of a solo international tour. But there I try to dig up the numbers them, because what I won't do is tell somebody them wrong without having facts.
You hear that the man did 2, single-handed solo tour across South Africa. And time the Kartel lock up in a number 2, my father, you see me? Say my voice underneath the mattress.
That is not a yardman practice. Yardman is not an idiot. Okay, so yardman, solo international tour.
I don't know what he's talking about, but anyway.
Headline a solo international tour. So would you say she does have a point? However, we need to find the capacity them. Well, may I look for that somebody just find the capacity.
Yeah. The Gaza man I show up the other Gaza man them. See, he man I say, yo, she's right. While she attack, we don't need to do no research. I'm trying to pull up the capacity. She's not lying. Yes, Sean Paul, go down there, go dominate down Africa and Kartel have nothing to show for Africa. And look how long Kartel they are the world boss, the champion, before I'm going to the bin. I'm talking about. And he spent, 13 years in the bin? Forward out. And it's still the same. It's not moving. You dig? She's like, yo, yeah, he's buying Rolls Royce. It's trending and all of that. But that can't help him.
Our stadiums, by the way, guys, our stadiums are big. Our stadiums are quite big. When we talk about capacity in our stadiums, we're talking about 40, 30,000, 40, 50. Sean Paul is big, way bigger than Kartel in Africa.
Hold on the match up. So, alright, 2016 performed on the same. Yeah, man.
And how many people were there?
People celebrate a series.
How many people?
2006, you know what I mean?
How many people?
Concert. It said it drew over 94,000 fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, the man them try everything in their powers to make the girl look as if she don't have any sense and she's lying and she's trying to push up and try to match up, Sean Paul beside Vybz Kartel, and it's so annoying. It's really sad to see that these men can't even accept the truth. Even though they're Googling and they're finding out things on the internet, they are still trying to detour it and to move the goalpost and to turn it around into Kartel's favor. It's not working. With all of what you guys are trying to pull up right now and trying to say it's not gonna make Vybz Kartel a bigger artist than Sean Paul in no form, no way. Yo, I can bet, and I'm standing with this loud and brawling in the media, Kartel is nowhere close to majority of dancehall artists who been to the international market or who are still on the international market, like Busy, Signal, for example, Sean Paul, Shaggy, even the same Movado out there, even the same Alkaline, even the same Popcorn. The youth them are leading Kartel by far, but dancehall is not gonna admit it. Why? Kartel have a lot of fans out here who are gonna say, "Nay, no, nothing a go so." And it's gonna be a big conversation. If Kartel didn't have these fans and these vloggers in the media, then trust me, it wouldn't even make sense but they're going to try to fight for him and spin the narrative and tell lies, and you know, the list goes on and on. You dig?
We perform him set for 15 minutes. He was not the headline, like he was a partner for the same thing.
Are you first forward and tell the girls, say, yes, Sean Paul is a headliner and him do 2 solo tour across the place, meaning no other artist but him. And now you're forward and come try spin it. I tell the girls, say, yes, he was a part of the show, but he wasn't the headliner. Yeah, hear me, viewers and sub, people from all walks of life. I thought I got a Malidan, the review God, I'm here the headliner for the channel here. Watch your style, you know. I'm going to stop the video right here. These sheeps are liars. These mans are trying to manipulate the girl right now. It's not making sense. Even the one where go on like say him take out Cartel, then show them and brush them. That's the one named Uncle. All him turn idiot on the live. When I realize how quiet he is, he cannot pull up nothing. They cannot beat the statement. The guy, the South African lady is saying that Sean Paul is beating the Gaza by far in South Africa. And that's what it is. I'm not trying to go around it. I don't live in South Africa, is what she's saying. And based on what these Gaza men are doing on the platform right now, and what they're trying to Google, I'm turning a fool. Better go drink some Noogle. It's not working, fam. Sean Paul is a bigger artist in South Africa. Matter of fact, worldwide, internationally, globally. You hear me? Them are not nobody. One Malidan, one touch of God. I will see you guys soon.